Hello and welcome back to It's What I Do. Special one today. We're at Byers Grow and Show event with Andy Daly. Should be a good day. So let's get on with it.
And when we got in the costume,
Exactly.
even at that time.
This is one of the lakes for Adam. Are you going to be doing any moaning today?
No!
Sounds familiar.
Showing off your digging skills, perhaps?
I'll see you later, I'm going now.
On how many times he says carnage today. Carnage.
I'll go for 20.
It's good to have some support from people that, you know,
Friendly bunch,
Welcome everybody, thank you for coming along to Koi Diaries event.
yes.
Thanks Andy for calling up and asking whether we'd like to supply your event, and which, you know, we're grateful, we're really proud to have been able to put this stock forwards for all of you to have great fun with over the next year. And we're just about on time kicking off, I think.
Yep.
Which is promising, and the next couple of hours is going to go just as smoothly, which is going to be the main picking process. We're going to start with drawing all your names out of the bucket to develop the picking order, and then once we've got that, then there's going to be a nice orderly queue and a picking process, and then at the end of the picking process your fish will be bagged up and there'll be a box with your name on it and nice gold ribbon, and that's sort of like, in a nutshell, what it is.
Yeah, if you've got 2 fish, pick them.
Yeah. The detail is, when you're in your queue and you'll be called for picking, you'll have 2 minutes to pick your fish, and there's going to be a stopwatch. And we're around if you have any questions. So if you want to go and you know what you want, you just go for it. If you feel like you want to ask, having bred the fish, I'm happy to share any tips within that 2-minute envelope, and we'll get you sorted. And once you're doing your picking, you'll do all of your picking. So if you've got 1 fish, let's say a haku, you'll pick your haku. If you've got 2 fish or 3 fish, you'll pick your first fish, then you'll go on to the second bat. You'll have 2 minutes, and you'll pick your next fish, and so forth, until all your picking is done. And then your bag will go inside to be oxygenated and boxed up. At the end of the event, there are some spares. We've done that for a few reasons. It's so important that the person who picks in the last few and in the last pick have a really good choice of fish. So on the kahakus, there's at least, I forget what it is now, at least 6 or 7. They can be good fish. It'll probably be a bit easier because rather than being confronted with 70 fish, you'll have sort of 7 fish to pick from. You will be able to pick from that. You'll have a genuine pick. On the single colour of each type, we've got the Makashiogons, Chargoi, Karashi. Of each of those 3 types, there are, I think, 2 spares. Okay, so again, there's that there too. At the end of the overall picking, once everybody's done, there will be some spares in the vats. We are a koi farm. Basically, we sell fish, and that's about it. They will be for sale. You can have any of them for the £70 each. There are more of there are more of the ogons and so forth inside at their sort of proper price, if you like. But we'll do any, if anybody one or two people have asked, so and I can totally understand why, and we'll do that after the end of the process, so that the picking in the event has the proper amount of choice at the end and so forth, and we appreciate your interest in these great fish.
So if people buy the spares afterwards, Adam, are they allowed to enter the growing show as well, or is that completely separate? It's
at the end. It's out of the event. So the event is done. Everybody has the same, goes through the same equal process. The event's over. We as a farm have something to sell. You guys, because there's loads of you here and it's a great event, opportunity for some additional discounted fish.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
You're picking someone else.
Yes.
I presume it's fine to start twice, both when your name's called and their name's called and whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely. And there are, it's just brilliant that so many of you have made the trip over today from as far, literally almost the 4 corners of the UK. We've got Scotland, we've got Newcastle, we've got the West Midlands,
We've got Newark.
we've got Newark, we've got the South Dorset, South Coast, and many other areas as well. So that has just been brilliant, and it's really special to know that there is that interest from all around the country for us and for this event. And the ones that haven't been able to make it, where they've nominated pickers, then those fish will be picked by the picker. They're going to go into the spare vat over there, just so we can keep the flow moving. At the end of the event, we will move all those fish into a secure vat for those people, and then Amanda and I will just deal with it. Most of them are being shipped out, some are being collected, and so forth. That's the process. Okay, any other questions? What an amazing explanation that was.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's easier than selecting a fish?
We're just waiting on those speech now.
Go on, Andy.
I don't know what to say. I mean, just really echoing what Adam said. Thanks for everyone's interest in the event, and also thanks to everybody that supported me on YouTube, because it's not all been plain sailing over the years, as the majority of you know. And it's just good to see so many people down there. Not that I know who a lot of you are, because it's just a name on a screen, but it's good to finally chat with a few of you, and it's good that we can get together as a community of people, and we've got this for the next year to look forward to together. So it's an exciting time, really. It'll be really good.
And thanks to you for sorting it out for us.
Cheers for hosting it.
That's right, no problem. I haven't done a lot. Adam's done the majority of the work.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks
Adam.
about,
Yeah, actually, it's been a bit tricky at times with COVID, obviously, and not buying too many of your fish, because we could have probably sold out a few times over.
Yes.
But yeah, so thanks to everybody, because obviously the event wouldn't happen without people wanting to do it. So right.
How's it going to work at the end of the 12 months? Are we just going to send photos in? Obviously we ain't going to bring the fish back.
I mean, we'll get something detailed out many months down the line about that, but basically it will be, we'll be requiring a small video of the fish in a measuring bowl, which hopefully everybody's got, a blue bowl preferably, because it shows the koi off better, and then Adam's going to, for the quality, Adam will judge that, well, probably, we're not sure yet, but maybe a bit of both of us. And then obviously growth's nice and easy, because if you've got the fish in a bowl, you've got the measurement, and we know where it started at, so that's easy enough to do.
And the categories that you're going to put each.
So the kahaku,
back four,
yeah, there's 2 for kahaku, isn't there? There's best quality, so that will be judged by what we deem as the best fish, and then the best growth. So not the biggest fish, because obviously some are a bit smaller to start with, so it's the biggest.
First,
yeah. And the single colour fish is just biggest growth from the starting length. But you will be required to have a measuring bowl to do it. We won't, you know, we can't have someone just saying, yeah, I've grown it to 85 centimetres, yeah, and then just have a little picture of a fish in a bowl. It needs to be a measuring bowl. Ideally blue. Most people's measuring bowls are blue anyway. And then it's fair for everybody. You know.
I mean, are you having a heated section and an unheated section?
For the single colour?
Yeah, for the single colour, yeah, for the kahaku, no. Yeah, otherwise there'd be too many.
Yeah.
Because we'd have quality, heated, unheated, length, heated, unheated, then heated, unheated. There's too many.
Yeah. Happy days.
Is that alright?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, should we start the draw?
Great. We've got. Right, do you want to go first, Andy?
Obviously, if I pick myself up first, that's just your luck. Might do. There's numbers or names, I don't know if you know.
Names, and then you're going to write down the numbers. So.
Peter Finkill.
The next one is. I've got my glasses. Peter Fink. Nikki Broom.
Lee Hadfield.
Daniel Marvin.
Adam Johnson.
Malcolm Brown.
Luke Bennett.
Mark Lester.
JP Woolard.
Graham Holt.
Steve Henderson.
David Banbury.
Colin Lewiston.
James Nito.
Keith Vernon.
Serena Joyahoy.
Martin Clifton.
Okay. David Kirk.
Nicola Birchwell.
Merrick Swan.
Andrew Miller.
Gary Parker.
Antonius Deleuze.
Neil Rowe.
Andrew Ward.
Andrew Daly.
Raymond Cousins.
Chris McCurlane.
Gary Drablow.
Jason Parrish.
Thomas Davies.
Okay. Paul Clark.
Paul Baines.
Matthew Hayes.
Darren Walker.
Tom Prenderville.
Ed Betteridge.
Kevin Welsh.
Keith Kent.
Andy Goddard.
Leon. Leon Rower, sorry.
Oliver Bailey.
Ashley Hampson.
Neil Goodhead.
Glyn Watson.
Mark Marshall Dean.
Lee Williams.
Michael Wally.
Stephen Cording.
Martin Hoyt.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Morehouse.
Andrew Harwood. No, Colin Harwood, sorry.
Richard Woodward.
Chris Harris.
Darren Brazier.
Adam Roynon.
Craig Jones.
Daniel Curry.
Michael Babb.
Dave Bradley. There won't be so many to choose from.
Right, Robert. Without knowing it in advance, I'm gonna take a punt at your surname, but apologies. Well, it's D-Z-I-A-L-A-K.
Zalak? Might not be here. Adam Coleman.
Matthew Price.
John McPhail.
Robert Kirk.
Daniel Herring.
Okay, Peter Stiles.
Lee Drake. Lee, that's it. Excellent. So that's the picking order. So yeah, what we're going to do, just have a quick 1 more minute with everybody. So obviously, to make this quite smooth, ideally we need people to be waiting at the vat, sort of three-ish people. So Becca, my wife, she's going to be in charge of herding people, so she might just be going around asking for names. Just to make it smooth, because obviously you've got 2 minutes and we don't want to drag it out for a whole heap longer than it needs to be. So you're picking your fish. If it's just one, you pick your fish and then you can move away. If you move in and you're buying a single colour, you've selected from the single, you'll have 2 minutes there. Then you'll have 2 minutes there when the next person is selecting the kahaku, and then you're done. But we do need it to run quite smooth, otherwise, you know, it will add massively to the amount of time that we're all here waiting to select fish. So don't moan at her if she's pestering trying to find people or shouting out your name. Just get yourself over in and select your fish. All right? So we're good to go.
Adam's like, that's not meant to be in there. I mean, it's too late now.
It's all good. They're all good.
They're all going.
Lee, have you got, is it just the kahaki or is there another one as well?
Just the kahaki.
Okay, yeah. Take that down towards Right, you happy with it?
So the selection process is still ongoing. I've chosen my fish now. I'll show you him when I'm getting him back to the pond. So yeah, it's been good. Been a good afternoon. Good event. So yeah, that's the queue at the moment for the selection process. There's some really nice fish there. Really nice. Adam's done a really good job of selecting the fish for this event. So yeah, very good. Well done, Mr. Daly, for organising. Should be really good. So we've now got a year, roughly, to actually grow the fish on and see what the results are at the end of it. So yeah, been very good. So I'm just down by the lake, little lake again. Adam's got 6 of these. This one's got tiny little fry in there at the moment. They're about, I don't know, 1 inch long, if that. Don't think I'll be able to get them on camera, but there are a couple down there. You probably won't see them. They're too small. So yeah, been very good event. Right, we're back home again. I'm going to take the fish out of the box and float it for a while. I've got to sit out here because I had a nasty experience doing that once before. When we floated a bag of fish, I turned me back for 5 minutes and one of the cats dragged the bag out of the pond and tried to eat the fish. I managed to save them, but unfortunately a little while later one of them died, which was actually a kahaki. So I'm not going to leave this one, I'm going to sit with it. So let's have a look and I'll show you the fish. Okay, you go and play somewhere else. Oh. And there he is, or she, whoever he is. Don't know how well you can see through the bag. And that's my new kahaki for the grow and show event. Right, I'll get it's double bagged, so I'm going to take the outside bag off and then float it. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we've got him floating on the pond at the minute. We'll give that a little bit of time and then I'll let him out. So back in a little while. Well, he's in. He's just sitting down the bottom at the moment. But he's been swimming around. Just want to see whether he'll take some food at the minute. So That's before the other gannets eat it. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please give me a like and subscribe down below. Thanks. Bye for now.